I want to talk about the freedom that comes from being hated. And I'm someone that has experienced a lot of hate in his life. And some of it is justifiable, some of it was warranted because I wasn't self aware enough, or I was being annoying, or I was doing something wrong. I'm man enough to admit that. I do think a lot of hate that I received in my life was really unnecessary, and it was it was weird because for most of my life I was someone that wanted to stay out the way. I was the type of person to need to cross the street but would let a car, drive by and go around the car because I didn't want to bother that person. And I don't think that's a good thing. I think you should learn to bother people when needed, right? Like the street is for everybody. If you need to cross, you need to cross. So I'm not saying that was a good thing, but that was how I was for a long time. And I was always thinking about, okay, how do I not offend this person? How do I, not take up a lot of space in this room? How do I just kind of blend in? And even still, then, people would seek me out, and I had some real nasty moments in my life that I still think about some days, where it's like I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just sitting around and someone comes and they like look me in the face and say something rude. And this was mostly when I was younger. But that's my experience with hate, right? But I realize how I brought on a lot of that, because like I said, even when you're not being a bother, right, you still bother people because that's just how it is. People really have issues with projecting, and they might see someone like smiling down the street, and just because they had a bad day, they hate that person. They're like, oh, why does this person get to smile and I don't? But where am I going with this? It's basically an unintended consequence that I am now who I should be and going further in life than if I didn't experience those things. Because I've also had like people have no reason to hate me, right? Like I had no reason, like I've mentioned, and they make me their rival, their opponent, their whatever, and they say, okay, I'm gonna put this person down, right? They're gonna put me down, and they're gonna take opportunities away from me, and they're gonna try to kill my self esteem, and they're gonna get other people to do that too, and it's now a group versus me. And what they want is for me to stay small and just kind of wither away. But unintentionally, they made me stronger because they made me more resilient. They forced me to look internally and me find like a strong sense of self, and my self-worth be built by my own opinions in my own time alone. So now when I go into a room or I go somewhere or I do something, right, like this video, I'm not trying to win everyone over, and I don't I no longer expect to be hated or to completely flop, because I think that's also an easy route where like you overcorrect, and now you go everywhere thinking, okay, everyone's gonna hate me because that's my past experience. And or you choose to be that way because it's easy. It's be like, okay, I'm just gonna kill all my expectations, so then I'm not disappointed or I'm not hurt. But for me at this point, it's like I'm gonna take whatever I can get out of a situation, and I'm gonna appreciate even if one person is good to me, or even if one person wants to be, my friend or in my corner. I'm gonna appreciate them, because for a long time I would always look at the 10 people saying something rude or being ignorant, and not looking at the person that was trying to be in my corner or was trying to be chill, and all that. So it's about acceptance, and also appreciating what you can, and not throwing away everything because of a few bad moments. So now these days, like I said, I have this internal confidence where it's really helping me actually be liked because I'm not so worried about it. I'm like just focusing on what I'm doing and myself. So hopefully you get something out of this. Hopefully this helps you out in some way.